This has been really helpful. Typically, Lynn, when I'm interviewing, I not only know the individual, but I have a personal connection to it. I am one of those people that for a long time, because in my first iteration of a business owner, I had a husband who was very numbers driven.
Mhm.
And so it was easier for me to take the employee and operational side of things, the day-to-day feel good, not always feeling good, but day-to-day operations, and work more on the human resources side.
Yeah.
As then a divorced business owner, I had to take over everything. And that was a real bummer when I did that. We were using QuickBooks and our data was off on our payroll. And so the IRS climbed down my throat right away, as
Oh,
they
yeah.
do with their letters and phone calls, because I was off by some ridiculous dollar amount, like $10, or it was just such a nominal amount. But I didn't know about the level of accuracy and the timing of reporting, and just how hard the IRS would come down on timing and mistakes.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that was a real eye opener for me, as somebody who really didn't like and didn't want to climb into the numbers, to suddenly be forced to have to. And maybe it takes something like that for a business owner to really care.
mhm.
Is either a big mistake that you're now going to be penalized and pay interest on something that was unintentional, but surround yourself with good people like Lynn.
Yeah. And people talk about taxes. Everybody hates paying taxes, but and but the biggest fun thing is when a new person starts with the IRS, and they're particularly the new auditors. You know what jobs they're giving first? LLCs, because LLCs are often run by people who don't really set things up. It's the easiest place. They're simpler businesses, and there's more likely something's going to go wrong. So they cut their teeth as the LLC, and all this information, the payroll stuff, talks to the IRS computers, and they're looking to see what you're charging and what you're expensing at payroll. Does that match with what you've done? And the government's audit systems, there's a series of red flags, yellow flags, and green flags. And if you get too many red flags, you are like instant auditable.
Yeah.
And so again, having a good CPA who doesn't just hand you your tax forms, because this is good because this is the time of year we're getting into, that CPA should be walking through your tax forms, because when you sign that, you are signing that you are the one who approved it, and it is
Right.
right. CPA has no skin in the game unless they're a higher level tax preparer.
This is this is a good one. This could be a good title for the episode too. Avoid the audit. Hire Lynn for tax relief.
Yeah, that
Well,
is the one A we want to make sure that you really pay attention to.
yeah, yeah, so true. Well, thank you so much for making yourself available again to have another data conversation.
Mhm.
Profitability is why people you get into business. You don't do it for fun. You don't do it because your idea is a great one. You're doing it to monetize, and not only monetize, that's revenue, but you have to understand how, like Lynn said, your path to profitability has a lot to do with your behavior. So thank you so much again, Lynn, for joining me today. And I
Absolutely.
look forward to seeing you around town in Milwaukee.